This conference will now be recorded.
Hello.
Virendra, 2 minutes, Virendra.
Okay.
There is some audio issue. I'm just working on it. Hello, Damodar. Can you able to hear me, Damodar? At least. Radha, hello.
Yes.
Okay, Damodar. Okay. Let me check with Radha. Let's wait for 2 minutes, please. Okay.
I'm getting double voice.
1 minute. You're getting a double voice. Okay. You joined 2 times. That's why you're getting a double voice. Okay. Do one thing. In browser also you joined. Okay. Close the session in the browser. Okay. Damodar, meanwhile, just brief your background. Okay. Virendra is your trainer. Just brief your background.
Yes, Naveen, some Radha is facing some issue.
Yeah,
To
yeah, I'm
join.
helping her. I'm helping her. Okay. Meanwhile, just give your brief background. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Naveen.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, Virendra, we can hear you. Yeah.
So Damodar, if you can just introduce yourself.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yes, Naveen, we are able to hear you.
Yeah. 2 minutes, Virendra. 2 minutes. Okay. Virendra, let's see for another 2 minutes, okay, or else I'll reschedule for one more day, okay. They're facing some audio issues, okay. Radha, can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, Naveen.
Yeah, Damodar, I can hear you, but I guess Radha still
I
she's
don't know.
having issue. Okay, Radha, she can hear you. Radha, I guess you are in mute. Okay, just unmute and talk. Hello, Radha.
Yes, Naveen, she is joining once again.
Yeah, let's see, Damodar, or else I'll reschedule for Thursday again. Okay, we'll test the audio tomorrow once again, and we'll go on Thursday. Okay.
Give us like 2 to 3 minutes, then we will see if it is getting issue, then we will
Yeah,
decide.
yeah, that's what. Yeah. Hello.
హలో హలో వినిపిస్తుందా?
Yeah, Radha, I can hear you. Hello.
ఓకే. యా థ్యాంక్ యూ నవీన్ ఫైనలీ.
Yeah, I understand, but not a problem. Radha, we need to reschedule to Thursday again, okay? Because Virendra is having some meeting. Let me check whether that got extended or not. Just wait for 2 minutes. I'll just update you. Okay,
ఓకే
2 minutes. Just wait.
ఓకే ఓకే. హలో దామోదర్. హలో హలో దామోదర్. హలో హలో హలో
Two minutes, Radha. 2 minutes. Okay.
ఓకే నవీన్.
Yeah, he joined. Okay. He joined. We'll have a demo for 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Radha, could you please start with your introduction, please? Okay. Virendra is your trainer.
ఓకే. హాయ్ సార్. ఐఎమ్ రాధా.
Yeah, hi. Yes.
Yes, so we would like to learn 9.5 TM training. Me and my office colleague, we both are.
Okay, okay. So you are from SAP background?
Yes, we both are working for SAP MDG.
Okay, SAP MDG. Okay, okay.
Yes, we are
Okay.
working for the migration from ECC to S4 HANA.
Okay. And how many years you are into SAP?
I'm from since 2 years. Before I have worked with Oracle. My colleague was there since 4 years.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Thanks for joining. Okay.
Thank you.
Who else is there?
My colleague. Hello, Damodar.
Hi. Hi, sir.
Yeah, down there. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, I think both of you from same background, right? So I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically
Okay.
from SAP.
Okay. Okay. So you are also from MDG, correct?
Yes, we are working on the same project.
Okay. Okay. So just a quick question, like, are you aware of any logistics, SD, MM, anything, or?
Yes, I am aware of SD and logistic execution somewhat.
Okay. Okay. Just one. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
This conference will now be recorded.
yeah. So basically, the objective of this is to give an overview of what are the flows and processes we have in transportation management. So anyone aware, any of you aware what do you mean by transportation management, or what does transportation management do? Anything you have, any overview? Any idea about what does a transportation management do?
Yeah, we have idea
Just
little bit,
planning the
but
shipment, right?
Sorry?
Just planning the shipments like through mode of transport, right?
Yes, correct. So the main objective of transportation is to have your shipment moved from one location to another location. So when I say location, that means from point to point. So for example, if I have got point A and then I got point B, and I need to move my shipment. When I say I need to move my shipment, that means I need to move the goods or cargo items through some specific truck or trailer from point A to point B. So that is what we call transport. And transportation management is that module which takes care of the entire requirement gathering, planning, optimizing, executing the entire transportation in the SAP software. Okay. So there are when we talk about transport management, basically there are certain building blocks which we need to consider here. So if you see the slide which I have shown, okay, there are 4 building blocks. One is your order management, second is your planning, third is your execution piece, and fourth is your settlement piece. So in any transportation process, basically you need to answer 3 questions. What I going to transport, by when I'm going to transport, and how the transport is going to happen, right? So these are the 3 questions. So what are the transport I'm going to do? That will depend on what is the product you are going to transport, what is the package you are going to transport, or if you are transporting any type of container, that is also in place. Second question is when to transport. So when to transport means, as you know, like every customer specifies some delivery date of the products, right? So from the delivery date of the sales order, or based on the the delivery date in the purchase order, the shipper has to ensure that the goods are made delivery to the customer by that time. So the requested delivery date is the date by when to transport is calculated. Okay. Third part is how to transport. So basically what type of truck I need to transport the product. So whether I am transporting by truck or trailer or by rail or by ship or by air. So these are the different means of transport which I need to consider along with the resource. When I say resource means my truck, trailer, these are my resource. So you need to measure the capacity of the resource with the capacity of the cargo and then do the transport. So these are some of the important things which you need to consider when you are taking up transportation management process. Okay. And in order to map this entire process, the building blocks have been provided by SAP. So any question till now what I have told you before I move into the building blocks?
no, sir, we can go ahead.
Okay. So the first building block is the order management. So order management means what? Order management means there has to be some request or a requirement from my ERP to TM that you need to do the transport, right? Or else how will TM know that I need to do a transport from point A to point B? So there has to be a source system which needs to trigger this requirement. So that's the system. So I've got 2 systems, right? My source system is my ERP system and my recipient is my TM system. So in that case, in my ERP, either I create through order like sales order, purchase order, stock transport order, subcontracting order, any type of order, or any type of delivery. So based on the order or delivery, I can raise a requirement in TM that these goods needs to be transported from point A to point B by the requested date of 30th April, for example. So the order management basically decides which order or which delivery needs to be integrated with TM to trigger the transportation requirement. So that is the sole objective of order management. So in today's scenario, if you realize, for example, if your logistics guy has created 10 delivery types, out of which only 8 delivery types needs to be integrated with TM, and the remaining 2 not to be integrated with TM, in that case you have to use certain other attributes like shipping point, delivery type, shipping condition, based on which you have to tell the system, okay, based on these parameters I need to control the creation of my requirement in TM. So the entire, all of these things are taken care by the order management pillar. So in other words, order management decides what particular document or what particular requirement needs to be integrated with TM. And the first object which gets created in TM from the order management in ERP is the freight unit. So the freight unit is created automatically in my transportation management system once my order or deliveries are integrated with my transportation management process. So in the freight unit, you can see which product or cargo items I need to transport, by when I need to transport, from where to where I need to do the transport. That means I need to have the source location, destination location, the cargo information, the requested delivery date. All these things are available in the freight unit. So that is the first technical object in TM which gets created as part of the order management part. Any question on the order management?
No, no.
Okay. Okay, fine. So now once your freight unit is created, we move into the freight planning. So what do you mean by freight planning? So planning of the freight means you need to plan your freight unit. So planning, so this planning is entirely done in a planning tool in TM called as a transportation cockpit. So in the transportation cockpit, you are actually specifying the freight unit, you are actually specifying the resource, and you need to assign the resource to a freight unit to create a freight order. That is the entire objective of planning. That means freight order or freight booking is my shipment document. So through planning, we are actually creating a shipment document in TM, which we call it as a freight order or freight booking. Why these two terminology? If you are using freight order, the mode of transport is road or rail. If you are using freight booking, the mode of transport is ocean or air. So the ultimate input for my freight planning is freight unit and my truck, trailer, ship, all these resources which are used, and my output of my freight planning is my freight order or freight booking. So when you are doing a freight planning, the objective of freight planning is to plan and optimize the freight. You need to select the cheapest mode of transport. You need to select the most optimized route. You need to do the best carrier selection. Carrier means they are the business partner who are responsible for doing the actual transport. So who is the carrier available to do the transport? So all this information is taken care by the planning mode. So it is very important that the freight planning is done properly so that the particular shipment be delivered to the customer based on the proper time. So that is what we call as a freight plan. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
So once your shipment document is created from the freight planning, then you need to monitor the shipment. So till now, the shipment has not started. The loading has not started. The departure has not been done. the arrival has not happened, unloading has not been done. So these are different milestones of your shipment. So in order to have a complete monitoring and physically execute the shipment, that is done by this third pillar. So in the third pillar, you have to indicate to the shipment document when the shipment is ready to depart, when it is ready to arrive, when your particular loading will start, unloading will happen, when your POD will be collected. So all the different types of milestones tracking and tracing is done in the third pillar. So that is called as a freight execution and monitoring. So your physical shipment movement actually happens at this particular pillar, which is called as the execution pillar. Now, once your execution and monitoring is done, as you know, as I told you, that the physical execution is done by the carrier. So carrier, they are the business partner who are responsible for doing the actual shipment. You need an organization or group of people who actually comes, pick up the goods and then do the shipment, right? They are called as the carrier. So in ECC, we used to call them as a forwarding agent. So the carrier or the forwarding agent needs to be paid for the shipment they do on our behalf, right? So when you are creating a shipment document, that is when your freight order or freight booking is getting created, you will also see there, based on an existing agreement, there has to be a charge calculation done automatically so that the carrier will be paid for the services they are doing. So that is called as the charge management. So within your particular means freight order, freight booking, you will see that a charge calculation is also happening within your particular freight documents. And the final pillar is the settlement document. So settlement document means it is equivalent to your shipment cost document. So basically, once the charge calculation is done in your freight order or freight booking, basically you need to create a freight settlement. So this freight settlement is also called as a draft invoice because it is the connecting link between the TM and the ERP. So once my freight order or freight booking is created with charge calculated, you need to post that document. Rather, you need to create a settlement document first from the freight order, freight booking, and then you need to post the document so that a service purchase order and a service entry sheet is created automatically. So the service purchase order and service entry sheet are the ERP documents which indicate what is the services that particular carrier needs to be paid up for. So these documents are created automatically once your settlement document is posted. And also these two documents will act as a reference to pay the invoice to the carrier. That means the three-way match, which you know, like in standard ERP, we have a three-way match, right? Creating purchase order, creating service entry sheet, and doing invoice verification. So that is also possible once you do this. So this is the entire life cycle of your transportation management process. Okay. So this is the entire process flow. So of your particular transportation management process. So once you do that, so if you see, so TM offers a very integrated approach starting from order to planning to execution to settlement. Your shipment always originates from a shipping point, which is your source location, and it always ends at your customer location, which is your ship to party. And when you are working in any type of standalone system, which we also call as a sidecar scenario, here you will have two different instances, one your ERP instance and one is your transportation management instance. So same process, you create a sales order. From the sales order, actually there is an additional document which gets created in TM before your freight unit gets created, which we call as an OTR or DTR. So if you want to trigger your transportation requirement from sales order, for that, first of all, your order based requirement document will be created in TM. From order based requirement, your freight unit will be created. If you don't want to create an OTR, no problem, but you can, but you have to have a DTR. So this is mandatory, this is optional. So all the transportation relevant information from your sales order helps you to create an OTR, and all the transportation relevant information from delivery helps to create a DTR. If you are not creating OTR, then once the DTR gets created, from the DTR your freight unit will be created. If you are creating an OTR, then the process changes a little bit. In that case, from OTR your freight unit will be created, you do your planning, you create a freight order, then from the freight order it will create a delivery. That means your delivery creation is done based on the planning in TM. And once my delivery is created, you create a DTR, and the freight unit which was created in the previous step will get unassigned from the OTR and it will get reassigned to DTR. And then you do a charge calculation. You can also create separately a shipment document in ECC. So my freight order is equivalent to my shipment document in ECC. This can take place automatically. And then once my shipment document is done, you do the execution process where you can use event management to physically track and trace your shipment with different milestones, followed by your settlement document creation. So this is the entire flow, what you see when you are working on any sidecar. Okay. And these are some of the deployment options. That means if you are using TM, you can have number of options, to deploy TM. That will go into details later on. But just let me know whether this flow is clear to you.
Yes, sir. For the ECC, like for you said like here, sales order, it will come it will come purchase order, sales order, any stock
Yes.
orders, right? When coming to the destination, transport execution. After that, what in the ECC, it will connected to FI.
No, once you do your execution process, then you need to pay to your carrier, right? So if you see, after the execution is done, you have to create a settlement document. So this document is called as a draft invoice, because we don't do any account determination.
Which system
Yes.
it will connect to?
So this settlement document, no, this settlement document is a TM object. Okay.
Okay.
So once you post this settlement document, automatically your service PO and service entry sheet will be created in your ERP document.
Automatically.
Okay. Yes, automatically.
Okay.
Because the reason you can understand, the entire shipment document creation and planning is done in TM, right? So in order to get the service PO service entry sheet, you need to have the triggering done from TM system, because the transportation is happening in TM. So ERP is mainly used for two purposes. One, for triggering the requirement, which is the order management, and secondly for payment to the carrier. When you are paying to the carrier, at that time, for integration with your finance and payables team, you need the service PO service entry sheet to perform your invoicing. So these are the two use cases for ERP. That means the first and the last. All the intermediate steps happen in TM.
Okay. In coming, this is the description about ECC, right, sir?
Which ECC? No, sorry. What do you say?
No, this description all thing about ECC, right? But in S4 HANA, the procedure will be different, right?
Yes, yes. In S4 HANA, we don't. So this is what your sidecar. Sidecar means your ECC system and TM system is different. When you are into S4 HANA embedded system, in that case, we don't need this document OTR. We don't need this DTR. We don't need this shipment document creation. We don't need this middle layer. This middle layer is a PI layer, which will transfer your data from ECC to TM. We don't need any PI. We don't need to send any master data from ERP to TM because it's a single system. So we don't need to do any shipping in that case. Okay. So if you see, this becomes more easier here. So this is your S4HANA TM, where you see you just create a sales order, purchase order, stock transfer order, or delivery. Automatically from there, freight unit gets created. You plan the freight unit, you do your charge calculation, you do your settlement, and that will create your invoicing in your ERP. So we don't have to create all these additional documents like OTR, DTR, shipment. We don't need to do all this.
Okay.
Okay.
Like sales order and purchase order will be directly transferring to S4HANA, right?
Yeah. In case of S4HANA embedded, it gets automatically transferred. But if you're using a sidecar, then you have to use a PI so that through the web services, the transfer happens.
Okay. If it is in ECC, then we have to transfer the sales order to TM, right?
Yes.
Through PI layer.
Yes. If it is sidecar, sidecar means you have two different instances. It is not in embedded. Okay. So the terminology may be a little bit confusing when I say embedded. Embedded means we have one system where both ERP and TM is in S4HANA. When we say sidecar, sidecar means TM and ERP is not in the same instance. They are not in the same client. They are not in the same server. We have two different systems. That is called as a sidecar. So when you are using a sidecar, we have to use a PI as the middleware to transfer the data from ERP to TM. When you are in your
Okay.
S4HANA, you don't need any PI because that is the same system.
Okay. Okay. Understood.
So now I have one question for you. So Naveen told me you are interested for sidecar, right? And not embedded TM, right? Or is it something different?
Yes, just we are looking for ECC, sir, because if you don't know the basic, then how we can go for S4HANA like that? My question.
No. The question here is not about ECC and TM. The question is whether you want to go for a course which is for S4HANA. See, even if you don't know ECC S4HANA, that is not going to stop you from learning S4HANA embedded. So my question is whether you are going to go for embedded or whether you are going to go for sidecar. That is my first question.
Sir,
We are
actually,
you
in the
must-
real time, in the real time point of view, we have one more doubt. Like, in the migration project, suppose now it's so many companies having migration, like, SAP ECC to S4 HANA. Is there any migration projects having transportation management?
No, before you migrate ECC to S4 HANA, the question
Yes.
is when you are working in ECC, at that time TM was there.
No.
So if TM was not there, then what should be the best approach is that you migrate to S4 HANA. So that depends on whether you want to go for a brownfield or a greenfield approach, right? So if you are going for
Yes.
a greenfield approach, it will be a completely a new implementation with no historical data captured from ECC, right? But if you are
Yes.
going for a brownfield approach, that means you are actually upgrading the HANA database, right? So that means the
Yes.
historical data is retained. So first of all, the question is what type of approach you are going to take. If you are going to take a greenfield approach, that means a completely new migration to S4 HANA, then you can use S4 HANA TM as an embedded. So you can use the same system for both ECC and TM. You don't need to isolate the two systems, right? But if you are talking about brownfield, so brownfield means you are just upgrading the ECC system, right, to S4 HANA.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there also you can use the embedded TM or you can use a sidecar TM. So that will decide among the based on the deployment option what you want to do with TM. So if your TM is independent of the ERP system, that means you are not bothered the release cycle or the migration of TM with ECC, then we go for sidecar. But if you want to have both of them activated at the same time, go live has to happen at the same time, then it is always better to have the embedded approach.
Okay.
So the question is again back to you whether you want to take embedded or whether you want to take sidecar, because for both the scenarios you need to know ERP, right? Without ERP your order management will not trigger, correct?
Yes. But we would like to go for, we would not go for embedded. We will not go for S4. We will go with the ECC system only.
Okay, that's fine. So I just wanted to have a
And based
clarification.
on, no. I like, we would like to even hear from you also, sir, because we don't have any experience on TM currently, how it is working. Like, which which system has having more value in outside. That is the point.
See, if you see it that way, like like all the clients are moving to S/4HANA, right? So that is a future digital roadmap for TM. And what SAP is pressurizing is to go mainly for embedded, because the license cost gets reduced a lot and a lot of simplification happening, because simplification is what the entire digital solution is about, that only, right? You are simplifying data models, you are simplifying transactions, you are simplifying the databases. So that is what SAP's roadmap is. So that's why SAP is not planning to have any further new versions of TM for sidecar. TM 9.6 is the latest one. After that, they are not planning to have anything on the sidecar. All will be in S/4HANA, because in S/4HANA you can have TM as an embedded. So if you go with the the future roadmap, so the future roadmap is basically the embedded part, because the simplification is very much there as compared to sidecar.
Okay, but coming to the certification point of view, we don't get, like, we didn't see any certification with the embedded future, but we saw only a 9.5 transportation management certification.
So you will soon get to see the certification in S/4HANA TM. That is planned by SAP very soon.
In 22, is it?
Yes.
22, okay.
And secondly, means any specific reason why you are stressing on certification? Because I tell you, not to discourage you on that, but
Okay.
if you are looking for a potential growth in your career in the transportation management, this is the right time, because now there is a wide gap between demand and supply, and all the big companies are actually looking for TM guys who have a good knowledge on hands-on. That means if you are knowing TM, even they are not looking in too much whether you are certified or not. So my always recommendation to all my students who are there is that please learn the topic more rather than certification, because certification is not something a mandatory thing any companies are looking for nowadays. They are more looking into how much experience or how much confident you are in handling any TM things. So you can do certification after 1 year also. That is not going to stop you. But learn the topic in a better way. That will be my recommendation.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so any further question you have? So you are going to learn TM sidecar, right? And not embedded, right? Or
Yeah, we go with the older version only, sir. 9.5 only. Sorry, 9.6 only. We'll go. We don't want
okay.
to go for embedded now, because what me and my colleague was thought was basically we need to learn the first more 9.6. Then even once we learn this, embedded will be easy. What we thought is.
Both are same.
Okay.
In fact, both are same. In fact, the topics are more simplified in embedded. That's what I was trying to make a point here.
Yeah.
So if you want to learn the basic, yeah.
So sorry, Veer. Yeah, go ahead. Like I just joined a little late. I had some calls, so I got this notification about the demo little late from Naveen.
Okay.
But you have this recording, right?
Yes, I have the recording. So you can be on the call, no problem. What's your name? Sorry, I did not get it.
Hari.
Okay, Hari. Okay, fine.
So last week he told like there was a demo on embedded, but I was asking for sidecar. So I want to start with sidecar first and learn the topics, and then
fine.
Yeah.
See, there is no much difference between embedded and sidecar. Okay, means hardly any difference is there. Rather in embedded, the steps are much less as compared to sidecar. But the
Yeah,
overall
that's what I also
functionality,
heard from my friends. One of my friend is working in TM, so he said like it's more simplified in embedded. Rather, it's
yes,
integration. Everything is embedded in embedded. It's
yes,
less complex.
yes. So it does not matter much whether you learn embedded or sidecar. Okay. So if you want to learn more simplified thing, then it's embedded. But if you want to have into sidecar also, that can also be there. But there is not much deviation in terms of the functionalities what is
Functionality,
implemented.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, embedded has some restrictions also in terms of slowly SAP is trying to bring in all the functionalities from sidecar into embedded. Okay, but that's okay. So I think if all of you are interested in sidecar, we can start off sidecar. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I want to start with sidecar.
That's okay. Fine. We'll start with sidecar only. So any further question from anyone? So today, generally, what I do the first day, I generally try to give an overview of the different building blocks of TM. Okay, because just to introduce myself, maybe I did not give an introduction. So myself is Virendra, and I've been working into the SAP now close to 19 years, and I've been working on SAP TM since you can say more than 12 years now. So I have seen the growth of TM product over all these years. So now it's good, like we have a more flexible product, because the previous TM products which was launched in TM 7.0, 8.0 did not go very well in the market. Okay, but now it's a very advanced product, and and that is the future roadmap of all the transportation industry also. So we start with just an overview sessions today on the building blocks and all. Obviously, I will go much deeper when we start into the system. So if there is no other question, maybe then we can close the call, or if you have any question, please let me know.
Yes, sir. How many days, duration of the course?
Okay, so basically we basically cover two scenarios. One is the shipper scenario, one is the LSP scenario. And generally what I have seen is that it takes around 1.5 to 2 months maximum. Okay, so if you are covering around 5 to 6 hours per week, so that is what we generally plan to do it. So we cover it within 1.5 to 2 months. Yeah, but that does not mean that you will not have the system access after the classes are over. You will have around 2 to 3 months of practices access for all the systems where you will be working, even after the class is over. Okay.
So these
Is it
classes are
okay?
like daily or weekly?
That Naveen will discuss with all of you. Okay. He will check the schedule. It can be done on weekdays. It can be done on weekends. It can be done in the morning. So we are flexible. So Naveen will touch base with you and will determine the schedule. I think all of you are from India, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So
I'm from US.
okay, you are from US. Okay. I think Naveen will touch base with you. I think this time is this time okay for you? 8:30 or 9 p.m. IST?
No, sir. Me and Damodar looking for 8:30 India 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 to 9:30 a.m.
AM
Yes. India
means in the
morning hours.
morning, right? In the morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I think that is also okay, because in that case, the US time is also good, because in the morning I have batch, so we can also do that. So that's not a problem.
that should work for me as well. Yeah.
Okay. So I will ask Naveen to touch base with you again, and you can just confirm your timing there, and then we can take it up forward. We can start the classes.
Great.
Okay then. So if we are okay and if there is no other question, we can close the call. If you have anything else to discuss, you can let me know.
Nothing.
Okay, and you can check the content. The syllabus is there. Naveen can share you the syllabus content. And 2-3 things more. Naveen will send you the certification material. You will also receive the recorded files of every session, and you will get the system access soon once the enrollment and the process is done. And yeah, I think that is all what I have to add.
Okay, I'll talk to Naveen then.
Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, thanks
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks.